Hi, I'm Alistair Rieu-Clarke. I'm from the Centre for Water Law Policy and Science at the University of Dundee. I wanted to discuss the relationship between the drainage basin approach and the concept of a watercourse as they relate to the UN Watercourses Convention. So the convention, as noted in the title, uses the term watercourse, an international watercourse, which is defined as a watercourse, parts of which are situated in different states. The convention also defines watercourse as a system of surface waters and groundwaters constituting by virtue of their physical relationship a unitary whole and normally flowing into a common terminus. Now, that differs to the approach of the International Law Association in their Helsinki rules on the uses of waters of an international river, which uses the term international drainage basin, and they define drainage basin as a geographical area extending over two or more states, determined by the watershed limits of a system of waters, including surface and underground waters flowing into a common terminus. A question has therefore been raised over whether the approach of the UN Watercourses Convention is limited in only applying to waters, whereas the Helsinki rules adopted a seemingly more expansive definition of the entire drainage basin, including the land as well as the water within for example, a river basin. However, the use of the term watercourse should be considered within the wider context of a convention, which is focused on protection, preservation and management of an international watercourse. So in many situations it may be necessary to consider activities beyond the watercourse itself in order to ensure for its protection, preservation and management. This can be seen most clearly in the inclusion of a concept of ecosystems and the protection of ecosystems under Article 20 of the Convention. The ILC defined an ecosystem as an ecological unit consisting of living and non-living components that are interdependent and function as a community. In this context, land-water interactions may be included within the scope of a convention, so going beyond the watercourse itself and looking at components that are connected to that watercourse. And then ultimately the convention seeks to achieve respect for the principle of limited territorial sovereignty. The question to be asked is therefore, does an activity by one watercourse state affect or potentially affect the rights of another state to use an international watercourse in an equitable and reasonable manner? If the answer is yes, then the convention will apply regardless of where within a drainage basin that activity takes place.